Why stop at blue? I want to see pink, purple. I want to see see-through. I want to see turquoise. I want to see cream. I want to see creme. Okay. I want to see fuchsia. Okay. To make rules about something, you have to have a particular amount of experience about said thing you want to make rules for. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If something is broken, you have to fix it. If something is wrong, you have to correct it. If a picture is crooked, you have to try to straighten it. Football is not broken. Football isn't crooked. Well, okay. But rules-wise, it's fine. Football is not hockey, it's not basketball, it's nothing. But you know what this is? And I'll say it again when we get to the end of the video. Whenever something is popular, there tends to be this annoying trait in humanity to try to ruin it. Every good thing, it's like, you know what, this is too good, it's too amazing, we've got to try to ruin it, we've got to try to mess it up. Everything that's popular always goes through this instance of where people, those in power, those morons in power have to try to ruin it and mess it up. It's happened to boxing. Remember, boxing was the #1 sport. And then money came in, more belts, more divisions, more red tape, more yellow tape. We never got the real fighting. Then football took over, UFC now took over, and okay, where we are. But the same thing happens to football. So let's look at this nonsense, man. A blue card. First of all, let's stop there. Let's stop there. Why stop at blue? I want to see pink, purple. I want to see see-through. I want to see turquoise. I want to see cream. I want to see creme. Okay. I want to see fuchsia. Okay. Why blue? Fuchsia. A blue card will be introduced to football as part of sin bin trials. Last I checked, this is not hockey. If a blue card is given, the player will be removed from the field for 10 minutes if they commit a cynical foul or show dissent. Now, I want to look at those two key things. A cynical foul. What's a cynical foul? What constitutes to be a cynical foul? So it's down to the referee's discretion. How do we know what is and what isn't a cynical foul? Because you say cynical, I say tactical. So you could say a cynical foul is a player is coming through and I know that I've not been booked yet. I want to stop it. So you call that cynical. I say that is the beauty of football. That's a tactical foul. I'm not on a yellow card. I am going to pull your shirt, pull you down, and I'll happily take the yellow card. I'm taking one for the team. Because I know that if I don't take that yellow card, you would have been through on goal. But now I've not been punished. I'm now on a yellow and I have to watch my step. So in this stupid rule, you now give the guy that blue card. And now I have to play for 10 men for 10 minutes. So we'll now have several instances where for 10 minutes in time, I'm playing with one man down. You are messing with the sport. So for 10 minutes, I'm not with 10 men. Okay, what do we do? Let's sit back and defend, and then now come back on. You're messing with the rhythm of the game because once the guy's given that red card, that's it. 10 men. This is how the game is going to go. So the game now changes. So what you're now doing is the game will be like this, then like this for 10 minutes, then that. You're messing with the flow of the game. You're messing with the flow of the game, bro. Leave it alone. It's fine. Dissent. I'm going to build upon that whole dissent thing because that's what I want to raise upon. Referees are cowards now. These guys are cowards. You see, in rugby, what I like about rugby is your boy is mic'd up. I gave this foul. This is why I gave this foul. And these are the decisions that I went through. And this is the thought process I went to give this foul. That's what they're doing in rugby. Football referees, tell me why you made that BS call. Why you made that BS decision. Explain to us. Nah, I don't know. I'll just, vibes, bro, vibes. So what constitutes dissent? You say, you call a foul that I don't think it's a foul. I'm playing a semi-final, high-octane game. I'm playing a potential league decider. I'm playing a potential relegation decider. You give a foul that I don't feel it's a foul. As a human being in a high-octane game, as an athlete in a high-octane game, I cannot express anger. I cannot say, what the hell, what the F are you doing? So if I now say that, is that, so again, what constitutes dissent? Is there a rule book that says, okay, if you say 3 F words, or if you say the F word, or if you raise your arm, that's what constitutes dissent? Because what I always find wild is that I see players say some stuff, and ref will just turn around and be like, okay, book. This guy said a whole bunch of stuff before. So what was the trigger word? So is there a particular trigger word for all referees? Or do referees choose what trigger word is? So maybe a referee will say, oh, you're a fool. Oh, that's my trigger word. Don't call me a fool. Say it's wrong, say it's bad, but don't call me a fool. Oh, look at you with that fake hair of yours, wig merchants. Go to freaking Turkey. What? Does this guy call me Turkish? So again, so we need to really find out, okay, where are we at in this stuff right now? But I wanted to bring in some stuff. So dissent. You know, I miss this dude. I miss this dude. You see, he's considered arguably the pound for pound the greatest referee of all time. So, and he was the only, it just shows you, do you know how good he was as a referee? Tell me any referees who were good enough to be on the front cover of a football game. He is the only referee that was on the front cover of a football game. Guys in the comments, tell me which pro evo was that he was on the front cover of. So what's made Colina so good? Respect. He held respect. Anybody that had any issues with him, yo, what's up? No, stops now. I'm warning you, I'm going to book you. So no player could say what's up because, bro, he would meet you. So he was like, yo, if you're thinking, okay, great thought, I can out-thug you. That's what Colina was like, no, I can out-thug you. That's what made him so good. He had full control of the game. How many matches have you seen where the referee, you've lost control? You've allowed the players to take over you. You see, to referee at the high level, you've got to be an alpha male. You've got to be an alpha. You have to be an alpha male. Again, I don't want to come across as rude, all this thing about, mental health and everything, but I'm sorry, you've got to be an alpha male. If you're not an alpha, if you're not ready to be a thug, no, Colina was a thug. He was from the streets. He was from the streets, so you couldn't mess with him. So this whole thing of dissent, Colina doesn't need that because he has control. Because he has control, there will be no elements of dissent that will go through because he has so much control over the context of the match, there will not even be an opportunity for any kind of dissent to happen because he has already earned the respect of the players. You only introduce this dissent rule when you've got referees who are not alpha males, they are beta males, they are butlers, they are servants, and they need help because all the players called me a bad person. Oh my God. Cowards. More Colinas, less losers. But you see, of course referees should be protected. So this was a long time ago. This was Paulo Di Canio for Sheffield Wednesday. I think he was given a red card. Sheffield Wednesday against Arsenal. Given a red card, and then he basically pushed the referee. And I was walking off. I think it wasn't Dixon. I think it was Nigel Winterburn. Yeah, Nigel Winterburn tried to step to Di Canio. Di Canio was like, what? The Nigel Winterburn basically flinched when Di Canio went on. Watching this on Match of the Day was hilarious. But you see, Di Canio would never try this with Colina. Di Canio only did this because he doesn't respect the referee. So they are bringing these rules to protect this referee. So if something like this happened, obviously you get a red card for even touching the referee. But anything less than this, is this now a blue card? Because, you're showing dissent, you're showing disrespect to the referee. Go sit down for 10 minutes and cool down. I'm going to give you guys a warning. And you may not like this. Enjoy the sport. and enjoy every last second of the sport. Your boy Messi came out and even said that, bro, football is changing. Less individuals, less number 10s, less individual difference makers, and more team play. Those supernatural, supernova players like Messi and himself, Neymar, Mbappe, less and less. We're seeing much more robotic football, predictable football. That's why we hope that Lamine Yamal and Endrick can raise us up. Rules. These rules that are being brought in. This is the most handball rule. Do you know what? So this is what everybody's saying. You're bringing in a blue card. You've still not really fully decided what is a yellow or a red. The whole notion of fouls, what isn't a foul, handball, not a handball, that's still not a perfect science yet. Why would you bring in another card just to complicate things? This is the reality here, because this goes back to how you get booked for not taking off your jersey because of some sponsorship or some crap. The people who make these rules don't play football. They've never played football. The people who played these rules, these guys back in school, they didn't play football. They weren't out in the park playing indoor football, outdoor football, playing football in the streets, discussing about football. These guys were academics. They looked down on all those sports people. I look at you, dumbos. So these academics who you never played football, you never played the sports. Maybe you watched it, maybe you read about it, you never played it at any level. These are the guys making these rules. How can people who don't play the sport, that understand what it means to play the sport, start to make the rules about the sport? Surely logic would state that to make rules about something, you have to have a particular amount of experience about said thing you want to make rules for. The guys that are making these rules, you don't play football. And you don't play football at this level, because if you did, you would understand that this rule works, this rule doesn't work. Oh, this rule does make sense, this rule does not make sense. So we have these idiots making these rules. Sad thing. It's something happened to boxing. People that didn't really love boxing, never boxed, never understood what it means to go through the blood, sweat, and tears of being a boxer, being in the ring. Those are the guys that ruined boxing and exploited boxers, and now made boxing some cheap trash after the heyday of boxing in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Same thing with football right now. We've just got guys who have seen how popular football is, seen how big business it is, and they want to exploit it. Look at this. Nations League, World Cup every 2 years, 60, 70 football matches, dilute. They're ruining our game. And guys, you see, we can try and fight. That's why I'm putting this out there. I'm trying to fight, but you see, this is a vicious cycle of humanity. And I think if this is a book you need to read called The Prince by Machiavelli. And one of the key things is you learn from the book is history repeats itself. History repeats itself. People will always find a way to ruin things. They will always find a way to ruin something popular. If something now rises, becomes popular, becomes really good, they ruin it. It happened to rap. Look at where rap is now today. They saw what hip hop was, they saw what rap was, dilute, destroy, take away its soul, take away its essence. Now rap is trash. Now, with everything. So you saw football, oh my gosh, it's an amazing sport that everybody's obsessed with. Rules, dilute, overexpose, overcharge. And you ruin it. It will always happen. So all I can say is enjoy it as it is right now, because it's going to get worse. Lord only knows what football will look like in 10 years' time. Lord only knows. Lord only knows, because again, I don't know how I'll be I don't know that I'll have the same passion about this sport in 10 years' time. It's impossible, because in 10 years' time, this sport will look very different and will look very different from the sport that I grew up loving. Because these cowboys, these criminals are just destroying the sport. And it has to stop. Put people who understand football, love football, have a passion of the game in charge of making these decisions. There are several ex-players that exist who played football at a super high level. Okay, George Weah, okay, he's currently president of Liberia right now. There are many guys that exist. Del Piero doesn't play anymore now. Zidane doesn't play anymore now. Snyder doesn't play anymore now. Kaka doesn't play anymore. Talk to these guys. Why aren't these guys on the board of a FIFA to now consult? Why aren't ex-players who played at a high level consulted to say, yo, would a blue card be a good idea? Zidane, Weah, Del Piero would say, heck no, a blue card is not a good idea. Are you mad? That's freaking stupid. Because they have experience. You see, this was pissing me off now. The more I go by this was pissing me off. I'm pissed off. It is what it is, man.